The Normandy's coast is very rich in terms of history, going from the monument that existed for over 1300 years to the beaches that witnessed the atrocities for the last World War. The granite rock of Mont-Saint-Michel was originally known as Mont-Saint-Michel. In the year 708, the Archangel Michael appeared in a dream vision to Saint Aubert, Bishop of Avranches, and asked him to build a sanctuary in his name. When you pass underneath the main entrance, you'll see Annette's dream come true. This restaurant has been serving the famous omelette cooked over a fire since 1888. A couple of meters ahead, you'll find the delicious French biscuits known in France and internationally. In 966, a community of Benedictines established itself and built the first church. At the same time, a village began to develop below the mount to welcome the first pilgrims. In fact, Mont-Saint-Michel and its bay was the first French site to be listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Benedictine Abbey, dedicated to the Archangel Saint Michael, defies the laws of balance and offers a panorama of medieval religious architecture, from the Carolingian period to the most elegant forms of flamboyant Gothic art. We leave this marvelous site to move to a more modern part of history. This is the very spot where the Americans landed on the 6th of June 1944. It was the first beach to be stormed by the Allies that morning. It was chosen to establish a beachhead in the Cotentin region in order to capture the town of Cherbourg and its deep water port. By the end of the day, more than 23,000 American soldiers landed here. There is an actual B-26 trapped inside this museum. We then moved to a site that was also one of the key features of the German defensive fortifications. Colonel Rudder's Rangers suffered a lot to capture this strategical location. You can actually get inside left half destroyed bunkers. Some are actually left in very good conditions. Two-thirds of the seaborne troops from the United States on D-Day were launched against a 4-mile-long beach overlooked by steep bluffs and blocked off at either end by limestone cliffs, the place they call Bloody Omaha. The Allies managed to establish a momentary military harbor called Mulberry. Here you can see an actual part of it. The British 15th Northumbrian Division, commanded by Major General Graham, landed on Gold Beach on D-Day. By the evening, they were on the outskirts of Bayeux and liberated the town the next day. 14,000 Canadians and 6,400 British troops landed on Juno Beach, taking heavy casualties. On June the 14th, General Charles de Gaulle set foot on the French soil here for the first time after 4 years of exile. Sword was the code name thought up by the Allies for one of the two British sectors. We ended our historical visit by the first Norman house liberated in the early morning of 6th of June, thanks to the 6 British Horsa gliders that dropped men led by Major Howard. Within 10 minutes, their objective have been achieved. In the memory of all the heroic fighters, thanks to them, we can freely run on these lands again.